Greetings, programs, and welcome back to Cyberpunk 2077. We left off even last time, having done the side job that was a reference to an episode of the US version of The Office, and we're actually going to start off doing a side job which is very close by. It's less than 100 meters, and then after that, well, I don't know if I'll do yet another side job or if I'll try and do one of the main jobs, because we still need 15 grand to give to Rogue in order to actually get the information about Anders Hellman. But that's not the only main story thing we can do. We have two other main story threads to pull out as well. Anyway, this particular side gig involves sneaking into the server room of this Tiger Claws held building, and as usual we can either be loud and just go in all guns blazing, or we can be a bit sneaky about it. And I will try being a bit sneaky about it and see how that goes. Although, having said that, we need to change what weapon I have. What's my current loadout? Although I don't really have any sneaky silenced weapons in that sense. I would have to equip... let's drop the Necomata because this is all quite close range. We've got a non-lethal that actually has more damage, or we have Scalpel, which is the sword we literally just got given. We'll try out that. We'll try out the cane that we nabbed from Fingers, which is better off in our hands than his. Oh. Yeah, sometimes it does that. No, that's not the menu I wanted. Sometimes it punts you forward and makes you sprint a little bit. I don't think, despite the bug fixes and patches and stuff we've had, I don't think there's any ETA on that one getting fixed. Now let's turn off that camera, and we can also breach. Let's see, 5555 BD1C. We now have more RAM to play with. Did actually get more money last time and then ended up blowing it all on a better cyber deck, but that's not a bad thing. Oh, that's what we want. Camera control, and then it's I might be slightly fumbling buttons here a little bit. So we've got that guy there. We've got a very angry, shouty IT Tiger Claw. I mean, angry, shouty IT people, there's probably some kind of stereotype there. Right, I'm pretty sure there's one in that room as well. And okay, so we've cracked one of these cameras. That one's turned off. I seem to remember that there's a way around the other side. Obviously I have done this one before. Actually snag the other two. We'll stick them on both on friendly mode, which means they auto tag enemies for you. How the camera magically knows what is and isn't an enemy, go figure. Right, I seem to remember there was another thing down there, or maybe I'm thinking of some other level or area. I must be. Let's sneak around through here. We might actually be... Oh! That's fine. It's a good thing they don't hear it when stuff like that randomly explodes. We might actually be not that far off from another Cyberpunk patch. They initially started off, and I've probably mentioned this previously, if you are unaware, saying that they were going to do smaller but more frequent patches, and then they decided that actually they were... I mean, they did do a couple of smaller patches, and then they decided to go completely the opposite route after, I don't even know how many months it was, and just, and it's been like 6 months since the last one, so yeah, we're going to get some great big huge mega patch at some point, which will probably break all the mods everyone's been beavering away at. Let's see what's on this. Might be something interesting. So they just need to guard the... Have been set to guard the... Not even going to. I'm not even going to mention it. They've been set to guard this server room, and they don't really know why. Right, I could take that, but you know what? We'll just wait till. Yeah, so I should be able to do just a takedown. Oh, don't really have a good way to hide the body. Whoa! Am I stuck on the chair? What's that? Okay. Good body. What? Oh yeah, he's alerted. What if you like throw a body at someone? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Well, that works.
Let's get this party started! Ha ha ha!
So we, yeah, I think our cover's been blown at this point. And then, like, there's an actual netrunner who, knows we're here, but can't actually get out, so I can just, like, be a bit mean and do that, and get an extra point in handguns. So, yeah, bye-bye that netrunner. Right, now let's just loot the place for all it's worth, as is traditional. Technically, one of them I did take down in a non-lethal fashion, but it probably still hurt. Was there anything back there? Just this. Let's do this. Put my newly expanded RAM to use. Well, I didn't quite get all of it, but, you know, enough. I have more than when I started. Yeah, one of the more... yeah, I don't think I'd want to eat something called a pop turd, but anyway. Now, there is a way... I do wonder... I mean, it gives you a way to, like, come around here and sneak up to the overhead gantry bit, but it's like you have to have been around past them to get to this part. So I'm not entirely sure what the point is other than they've hidden some bits and pieces up here. I think it is more just because, oh, they've hidden some bits and pieces up there rather than that's meant to be some way for you to, like, sneak around. Right. Let's see what else there is. Bounce back, monowire, thermal damage, which we'll probably sell. I don't think we'll be using monowire. I think monowire is one of the things that was bugged, and I'm not sure if they fixed it or not. Because I know some of the things were bugged, and there was something with the arm rockets that was bugged as well. That I don't know if that was fixed. Right. Oh no, that was the wrong. Someday, I will memorize the correct key combinations for backing out of computer. But today is not that day. Anyway, I don't know if it's possible to fully sneak this. I mean, doing it non-lethally, yes, but yeah, I don't think it's possible to sneak past everybody to get to the point where you can upload the virus or whatever it's meant to be. Anyway, that's a nice quick one. So that's some fairly fast eddies. I might as well also not crafting, backpack. Let's eat a random hot dog. Get some health replenishment going. So we go, job done.
That's happy, which means I'm happy, which means you get your eddies and everyone's happy. Contract closed. Thanks, V.
Yay! Not many eddies though, but we can also sell some things, so I will do that. Right, so that's some inventory space cleared up. The handgun level 8 was, the bonus to that is a reduction in pistol recoil, which is also quite nice, or just handgun recoil generally. That didn't pay out a lot, so we need to find something else to do. And so let's just head for something that's nearby. Because that really didn't take very long. Well, we've run into a random shootout with the cops and various people, and so we might as well take part. Because, you know, it's not going to cost me nothing. I have to pick up loot. Because the cops just are like, yeah, sure, take stuff from this crime scene. They don't really care. Oh, that guy is blown his arm off and he's still standing somehow. Right, did anyone actually survive that? Yeah, there's like one cop left.
Jesus. On behalf of the NCPD, thank you.
Yeah, they don't really like give you anything, and I presume once upon a time when there was intended to be some kind of factional system in place that helping the cops actually would have meant something, but really it's just a way to, you know, get a bit more loot, get a bit more XP these days. There's nothing more to it than that, sadly. Although, having said that, you know, maybe the modders, or even CDPR, although probably not CDPR, but maybe the modders will somehow manage to get some kind of functional faction system in someday. There's an interesting mod I saw a video on recently, which is kind of more like a framework / proof of concept thing, where it had a bunch of modules almost that the framework enabled, and it was kind of proof of concept stuff, so it was all a bit rough and ready, but it was stuff like all within this one mod, and all, you know, all these modules were within this one mod. Like you could sign up for the trauma team services, and if your health dropped to a certain point, they'd turn up.
A simple gig. There's a van sitting at a Revere Courier Services
Oh, okay.
facility.
I think this is a sneaky one.
Clap it. If you want to know what's in the ride, check the attachment.
Okay, yeah, I think I vaguely recognise this. And yeah, the other things like MaxTac, or they're planning to have MaxTac actually show up, and you can have it so that gangs will sporadically have pitched battles against one another, and not just the kind of small scale skirmishes that you see, because I believe canonically gang war and gang activity is supposed to be a pretty big problem in Night City, and you kind of get hints of that through the in-game lore, especially around the police department itself. Right, let's stick that on friendly mode, and we can also go into, I could probably do the breach protocol actually. I might as well get the XP for doing it. So 1C, and that doesn't last very long, so that's fine. We'll just go don't really care about that. So camera control, I can just stand here and do it. Crouch down in the middle of the street. This dude doesn't find that at all suspicious. He's sitting there watching me do it. So in this one we have to steal a van, or steal back a van. We'll actually have a look at the text, because it's like this is a legit business that's been sort of co-opted or taken over by the Time Claws. Alright, inside cameras, of which there are a bunch. You can actually use cameras to take over other cameras, which is quite nice. Oh, it's not quite as comprehensive as the way that they did it in the Watch Dogs games. Although I've only saying that I've only really played Watch Dogs 2. Right, so that camera, there we go, sweeping across and marking those two people for me. We'll actually do the same to the camera we were just at. Stick that in friendly mode. Let's slow it back. May or may not be some people on the roof. Think we've got everybody marked. Yep, that's back to the original camera. Right, so, yeah, this one we can actually... No, I don't want the gate. I want that camera. Is it just behind something so that it's outlined but I can't... No, it's there. For some reason it's tagging onto the gate instead. Okay. Yeah, this is one where I think there's a couple of different ways in. Let's see what the information sent. Steal a minibus full of leather jackets. Someone smuggling Sin leather combat jackets to NC to get around the corporate embargo. Okay. So basically, the Sin leather is being smuggled in the form of jackets. Wasn't there a thing in Archer? Was it Archer Vice? The one that they did was that was kind of well, it was set in Miami and it was kind of not quite 80s themed, but more 80s themed than most of them. And yeah, they had to smuggle some cocaine. And so they made it into a plaster cast which Pam wore, and then she of course got completely hooked on cocaine. Anyway, I don't know why I thought of that, but I did. Yeah, that's been really finicky about what it'll let me actually tag onto. Nope, that was camera control, that wasn't what I wanted. Is that now automatically in friendly mode though? It might be? It's green, so I guess so. Right, there's a dude back there. If I had a silenced weapon, I could totally just shoot her in the head right now, stash the body and sneak in that way. Let's see what's around the back. I'm going to try and be sneaky, because sneaky is often the more interesting way to do it. Even though I have more or less been building for brute force rather than sneaky. Right, let's put that on friendly mode. I suppose the real challenge would be getting to the van without anybody noticing you, but at that point, well, they're definitely going to notice you because you're stealing their goddamn van. And they're not going to be happy about it. Whoa. Okay, well, that's suspicious. Or did they only catch a brief enough look that they're not gonna... Oh, yeah, okay. No! Game! Seriously, game? Okay, it was the edge of those pallets made me stand up, even though I didn't touch the keyboard control or that makes me stand up. I really hope they change that. Ooh. Ooh. Friendly mode, friendly mode. That's definitely friendly mode, right? Sometimes the... Yeah. That should all be green beams, but it's still orange beams for some reason. Right. Doing in there. And go crack. It's just taking a nap, children. Just a nice little nap. Just ignore the cracking of the spinal column. It's a therapeutic cracking. Right, we've actually got some purple weapons which will yield some very nice components. Just wondering if we can stash the body in in a fridge. Sure, why not? Some kind of open safe. Right, I've also got a thing here actually. Right. Let's plug in. Now we have to get to the van. Oh, no! Game! Seriously! God, you have to be so... just absolutely on the ball. To make sure it doesn't decide to screw you. Oh. Right, can we do... I can get back down again. I don't know if I can sneak around sufficiently to get to the van though. I kind of wish there was a mechanic like in... I can't remember which Far Cry game. I presume multiple Far Cry games have it. I'm sure other games have it as well, where you could just like throw a piece of trash or throw a rock. And the Hitman games have that as well, actually. You can throw stuff to create a distraction. And get somebody to look over somewhere, but the best you can do is ping something and hope that they are close enough. And hope that there's something nearby that they can actually... well, that's too far away. I can ping that, which they will respond to, but then they'd be looking at me, which is kind of no good. Right, let's just see if it if he goes over to it and then like turns around and grab him as he's turned away. Is that gonna work? Yes. Fortunately, yes. Don't know why if you're gonna pick up the body, it auto loots, so you don't need to. It's just force of habit, I suppose. Pull all the things off the bodies. And another little. It's fine. I'm a licensed chiropractor, probably. The cracking noise is a good noise. I can even hide that one. I don't know if it was going to be any use to me in terms of getting XP. No. No, it's just slightly more neat and tidy, that's all. Right, so the door is open. Oh, I got slightly worried there for a second, but no, it's fine. Did take that one. Well, I could kill them all. Well, we're gonna do this in a slightly less murder everybody way than we could do. No, that is leaving loot on the table. Anyway, we partially did that sneaking. We didn't have to. But it was a little more interesting that we did. Are we being pursued? I don't think so. I'm not sure I like this music. Let's go with no music. Oh, also missed my turn off. Well done. It's fine. It's fine. That was like that when it was like that when I got here. Whoop. I always forget how iffy the driving can be. Look, I know there's like crimes happening or something, but let's just... Oh, for goodness sake. Hello.
Nice try.
You're kind of in my way there. I'll take care of them in a second. Right.
Van received. Textbook example of a job. Well done, don't you think? A++. Contract closed.
I think I might be better off with the Necomata, to be honest. Right. Yeah, that was more money. More money is always useful. We do have the Achilles. But, yeah. Oh, actually, now let's go with the Grad. We're not trying to shoot people through things. Necessarily. Ooh. It's definitely good to have a variety of weapons on hand. I see you. Any more for any more? There must be at least one somewhere. Do you still have a red marker? Someone who somehow saw me through, I don't even know. There you are. Oh, that was a bit overkill for a guy with basically a stick. It's fine. It wasn't even a stick, it was a lead pipe.
Come out.
Oh, there's still another one.
Come here. Don't be scared.
Have you seen the size of this gun and you're telling me not to be scared? You have strange priorities, my friend. I mean, if I was in his situation, I think I might have just, like, run? I think I probably would have run. That probably would have been the sensible thing to do. But on the other hand, some of these gangs are not particularly known for being sensible. Is this still going on? Can we help out here a bit? Whatever this nonsense is. I'm doing something illegal. Literally responding to police doodad, but you know. It does get a bit confused sometimes, it feels like. Ooh. Take another one. Nice. Gotcha. I mean, I saved one person. Oh, right. I don't know why the stuff has spawned under the car. I assume it's not meant to be. It's fine. It was like that. Say it with me now. It was like that when I got here. I can see that becoming constant refrain if it hasn't already become a constant refrain. Right, I will... oh, we're actually almost there as well. I'll find a machine and sell some stuff, and... there's one right there. We'll see where that gets me to. And we might be able to go and see Rogue. Wouldn't you know it, there's literally a crime going on right here. Oh, what did I do there? That's interesting.
And here I thought.
Must remember I have grenades. Grenades are useful. Come on, burn. Yeah.
Reloading!
Oh. Did I blow myself up? No, but nearly. Oh, I did. Well done. Well done. That was on me. Don't blow yourself up, kids. Throw grenades at your feet and win. That's my motto in life. Oh, we're all the way back here. Oops. Smoosh. Oh well, at least we were close to our destination. Okay, you know what? You know how this goes. I'll probably cut this bit out rather than show me killing the exact same people in the exact same way.
Van received.
Well, here's a little random scene I've stumbled upon. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, somebody who was orchestrating a little corporate coup or something. And it didn't go well for them. It didn't go well at all. Yeah, you don't really, like, you see some of that kind of thing in the game, but oh, not that much. Oh, this time I found a different group of random people. How exciting. Ooh. Remember to take cover, it's the whole point of tech weapons. Someone just blow themselves up, or was that a bike blowing up? Ooh.
Yeah! Let's do this!
There we go. Hooray! I managed not to die to a random group of thugs this time. So there's just two different groups of people that happen to be close together, I guess? Yeah, some of these are animals and some of these are tiger claws? Or are they animals? Are they, Maelstrom? I can't remember. Anyway, still need to find a machine to go and drop the stuff off at, though. Well, this time, we're just gonna say, hey, I have a lot of grenades, and I'm gonna share them with you, because I'm a real generous guy. Oh god, I've done it again. I've done it again! Oh no, oh no! Oh, how did it go so wrong? I don't know. I was too confident. Although any level of confidence is always going to be a fatal level of confidence on my part, I think. You know what? Those guys are fine. They're fine. They're living their best life or something. I'm just going to leave them to it. I've learned my lesson. We're still not quite there, though. We're close. So let's go and see if we can find one more minor job to do. Here we go. Flight of the Cheetah.
AV, got this client. Not the brightest bulb in the bunch. Got himself into some serious trouble. Needs to leave town ASAP. More intel attached.
Okay. So we're going to have to get somebody out of the clutches of the tiger claws. Oh dear, and he stole from the tiger claws, and for some reason they weren't very happy about that. It's a bit odd. And they normally seem like such a forgiving bunch. Well, unsurprisingly, I don't think there's going to be any even remote option of stealth in this one. Because it all seems quiet now, but I don't think that's going to last. There's a thing there. Ooh, free money! Which, you know, we kind of need at the moment. There we go, got all three of them. Oh, it was components though. Just randomly forced my way into a bunch of different hotel rooms. It's not theft, it's I'll get back to you. But it's definitely not theft because reasons. And definitely not just a petty thief. I think that might be the only one we can go into. Guess we'll see. That one looks like it's got a shutter you should be able to get into. This looks like a server room. I don't think a motel would need a server room, but this is the future after all. Some random bits and pieces. Sure, we'll eat and drink some floor food. I'm not proud, even slightly. Where does this lead? Some kind of manager's office, and they're clearly a bit deficient. I wonder if there's anything interesting on here. Files! Malfunction reports! AC broken, constant airflow. Don't move sign! Oh, I see. We can actually see a guest list. So, anonymous guest, probably 1237. We also have some cams that we can take over. But given that there's very few of these that you can actually get into, it's not exactly the hardest process of deduction. Some of these I've never actually been into before because it's usually not that hard to. Well, it was never that hard to figure out which one. Okay. I guess this room is not being used at the moment? Or is this just some kind of... I mean, okay. Didn't know this was up here. I'm just being nosy now. Looking at the AC units on the roof, because that's the quality content that everybody wants to see. Oh, it's actually triggered me. Can I like hop in through the fire escape? Oh, I can't force it open. So you can come in through the fire escape and like you can do a whole thing completely unnecessarily if you want. But there is like no point in doing it. Oh, this puts us away on the far side. Let's just go back up on the roof. Yeah, there's no point in doing any of this. I didn't even know any of this was an option. I don't know why it's an option, because it doesn't need to be. Ooh, also, well, I mean, if you're just going to leave your random money lying around, I'm sorry, that's not even me breaking into a room. That's just people being careless. Right. Anyway, yeah, we know it's 12:37. And it even triggered the dialogue thing when I was on the roof, because of course it did.
빨리 좀 하면 안 돼?
You Huangbo?
그래. 근데 다들 날 치타라고 불러. 내가 또 치타처럼 존나 빠르거든.
Yep. Here they come.
Okay, Cheetah. Whatever. I don't care. Long as you're good for it. How'd you get here?
야, 차 타고 왔지. 걸어왔겠냐? 이 근처에 주차해뒀어.
Let me do the driving.
Right, there's a few things we can grab before we go.
Blind or deaf to you?
Yep.
Shut your trap if you don't want to eat lead.
I wonder if there is a sneaky way out of this. I've always just ballatted my way through, but I don't know. No! Instantly into combat. Maybe there is a sneaky way out of this, and I've just never even contemplated that before. But you've got such a narrow window to... Ooh. Have a grenade. Got such a narrow window to actually try and do the sneaky stuff. Oh, where did you come from? That's rude. I don't like that. Coming up behind me. Have another grenade. I think that's all of them. Yoink, 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 yoink. Hoover up all the things, cause it's money. There's some guns in this game that I don't think I've ever used even a single time. But I'm quite happy to hoover them up and, you know, sell them. It's kind of hard to not have cash in this game. The only reason I have as little cash as I kind of do have in this playthrough is because I've been concentrating more on the main story stuff rather than roving around the city and spending lots and lots of time accumulating cash and loot. How do I've forgotten how you change the... Where's this car? Where's the marker? Oh, here we go. This little Renault Peugeot looking thing. Not really, but you know. Or a Golf.
오, 존나 아슬아슬했는데.
Went a bit weird there.
우리가 해냈어.
We. If it wasn't for me, you'd be a stain on a motel floor.
I get the impression V is not the most impressed with this guy. Somehow. Anyway. Let me know in the comments, I guess. I probably don't. I've got to engage you guys. I've got to drive up the metrics or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you have successfully managed to do this one stealthily. If that's even a possibility.
Okay, we're here. Get out.
야, 잠깐만. 아, 근데 저 새끼들 믿어도 돼? 너 가면 내 콩팥 떼가고 그러는 건 아니지?
Not my concern.
야, 그럼 좋아. 그럼 이건 어때? 날 다시 도시로 데려다
Out.
주면.
Or I'll harvest those kidneys myself.
알았다고. 아, 내리면 되잖아. 그리고 호텔에서 도와줘서 고마웠어.
Sadly, there are no mods that let you be a kidney harvesting scaver. Yet.
Flawless work, V. Quangbo thinks your nickname should be the Mad Lioness, so I guess he's happy. Closing the gig, sending you the cred.
You alright there? Just gonna keep revving the engine just ever so slightly. I don't know much about hydrogen engines, but that seems a bit on the smoky side to me. Also, you'd think that this would be like, oh cool, a car that you can keep as like a permanent car, but no, it's just a random. It just disappears after a bit. There's no way to save this car. I kind of wish it was more like the GTA way of doing it, where you stick things in a garage. Right, there's some random dudes there. And also, they have a turret, and that's always fun. Because if you mark enemies, they'll go, oh, okay. They're a little more, it's not like Fallout, where they just instantly know that someone is not on your side somehow magically. You actually have to mark the enemies. Well, you know, some free bonus firepower, which is nice. And even more loot. And what do you know, there's even a sell point right there, so yeah. That's rather handy. Right, so I have arrived here at the club, and for some reason it's tagged me into combat. I did drive past a group of guys up there. I don't know if that's them, maybe?
Oh shit, not good.
I don't know if that's the ones that's like, oh hey, you're in combat with those guys. They're not looking hostile. So, I don't know. That's probably the mod doing that. Probably. We also do have a level up to play with, but I will leave that for just now. Doesn't, like, there's no real penalty to just holding on to those levels or points or whatever.
Hey, Rogue. Got the scratch. Got the cred for the Hellman job.
Fine. Anders Hellman. Flick me the deeds. 2, please. Make some room. Sit down.
Well, I'd be rude not to.
You found him.
Don't see that often. Determination like yours. Must really need this guy.
Matter of life and death.
Haven't heard that for a while either. Bottle stays. Go ahead. Enjoy.
Sure.
To yours, kid. Gonna need it.
Plot twist, it's actually Ribena.
Thanks, Nix.
I don't know why I said that.
Queen
but
of
anyway.
the afterlife.
It just looks to me like Ribena.
Got a shard for you. Intel. Interesting stuff.
Think she'll help?
The rogue I remember was one cold-ass bitch, but she usually went with her gut. Something tells me she thinks you check out.
Okay.
Let's see what you got.
Your Hellman's not on any payroll, not officially anyway. But he does pop up in GNT's confidential stacks. It's a Kang Tao subsidiary, Chinese corp. Kang Tao's been using them as a fig leaf for years. They're masked for more sensitive operations. All that clear?
Ooh, I have a corpo
Must be prepping him for a transfer.
response.
How would you know?
Chinese corpo playbook's an open one to me. This looks like the old vanishing pigeon.
Ah,
Decrypted
yes!
map of
The
upcoming
old
Kang Tao convoy route.
vanishing pigeon.
Think Hellman might be in one of them?
I'm well familiar with it.
Thing is, which one?
Take a look at the specs on this one. A lone AV, no ground support, no linked cargo manifests either.
Weird.
Sure, Kang Tao sometimes transports stuff unregistered if they want to push it under the table. But catch the load on this AV. Already approved in the system, but too low. So definitely no cargo on board.
Huh.
But there's a passenger list. Kang Tao security detail plus 1 VIP. Transfer from Chan T.
Our boy Hellman.
That was the good news.
There it is.
Data's all confidential. You just snap your fingers and it falls in your lap.
I know where to look, and I know whose head to put in a vice. Also, hate wasting time, especially answering stupid questions.
So what's the bad news?
Bad news is the extraction site. Look, Night City airspace. All this.
No way to jack the transport without the NCPD picking up on it.
And here, we're too close to Kang Tao. We even give that AV a dirty look, their backup hustle will be on us. But, right here's Jackson Plains. Narrow corridor, just outside the city, and just out of Kang Tao's reach.
Guess it's your lucky day.
The dead zone. I'll grab him there.
Gonna need a native to the area. Someone who'll set up the op, cobble together the gear.
It's a good thing that, you know, this giant corporation doesn't have any other flying machines that they could send in as backup or anything like that.
Pick up a pace.
Even tracking that AV will be a bitch. Familiar with the type. Saw legacy models flying around during the war. They're mammoth, but they're quick. Plus, they pack next-gen defenses. Can't take pot shots at it, not even with serious firepower. Just won't work.
It's not about firepower. There are ways, and people who know them. Or who can at least improvise on a theme.
So a native. Know any hick mercs?
Just one. Pan Am Palmer. She can't count on her clan anymore, but she's a true nomad. She knows those lands. And she will help you. Won't have a choice.
Won't have a choice. Does not sound enticing. Not for her, not for me.
Enticing comes at a price you can't possibly afford.
Can't possibly afford to blow this chance at Nab and Hellman.
Your operation, your call.
Got a bad feeling, V.
Strange. Thought nomads give the city and city folk a wide berth.
Varies by clan, by the connections they have, the depth of shit they're in. But you're right. Aldecaldos are rarely willing to do biz with the city.
Pan Am's got a different take?
Yep, on everything it seems.
Why's Pan Am gotta help me? I sense a catch. Pretty big one.
Occasionally, Pan Am moves merch for me. Last job? Well, wasn't a good day for her.
She run into a hitch.
Complete bust, actually. Lost the goods and her ride. Pan Am will do anything to get the load back. Means her dignity. I know her.
Okay. Guess I can try to help her, but if we don't know where to look, I mean...
We do. I do.
You know, but wouldn't tell Pan Am. Aim to play cat and mouse with me, too?
My aim is to know an opportunity when I see one, and then to seize it. Say I told her everything. What do you think she'd have done? Grabbed her iron and gone on the warpath, that's what. Not hard to see how that could have ended. And there's nothing I hate more than losing good people to plain stupidity.
I'm her only chance, and she's my only chance. 2 pawns on Rogue's board.
You're quick. For a pawn.
No, V.
Fine, let me hear what you know.
Rocky Ridge, ghost town just outside Night City. Pan Am knows where. You'll go there, get the merch back, wheels too. Naturally, you'll call her first. Sending you her deeds.
Ah, finally. Let's
All
get
clear.
out of here.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Well, we've actually bumped into Pan Am before in this very place. Well, first, let's get out of the noise before we give her a call.
Hang on just a little longer, June. Ripper's on the way.
Right. Let's call Pan Am.
Hello?
This Pan Am? V here.
V who? V where? How did you even get this number?
Yep.
From Rogue.
Oh, great. Fuck. Where's that old warhorse want to kick me now?
This thing between you and Rogue. Couldn't care less. Got a job for you.
Good. But I'm overextended at the moment.
With the merch in your car? Getting him back? I can help with that.
The rail freight yard on Benita Street. The one hugging the city line. We'll meet there.
See ya.
Alrighty, off to meet Panam we go. Those scratches were on that car when I got here? Yeah. Right, so let's see what Panam has to say, and also we're being found by somebody.
Since we're gonna work together.
Oh, we just entered his territory, I guess.
They call me El Capitan, and they call you V.
See, no introductions necessary. Already took care of that.
Someone comes to me with biz, I take care of it. I eat, sleep, and breathe biz. Remember that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
While we're at it,
I don't know what my calls are doing.
bikes, I got it all. Real good prices. So hit me up anytime, you hear?
Yep, the ground is just magically, I don't even know. This is definitely the base game rather than mods doing this. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna have to leave the car there.
Hey, Panam?
So you're V. Where's my car?
We can help each other. Rogue said so.
I might have guessed. All right. Tell me all you know. Fail, and you can run back and tell Rogue to fuck right off.
She's charming.
Hey, come on. Calm down.
Don't tell me what to do.
Fine.
But actually, you know, I say that
Know where to find the car,
Panam is
go ahead,
actually the best
but
girl
you
in
go
this
alone,
game.
you won't get
I'm
him
just
back.
saying, you know.
And
If one was going to go down the route of so-and-so is
let's
my
figure
waifu,
something out.
it would have to be Panam.
What do you want?
Not that I really like that. God, if I ever do turn into that kind of person, then, I don't know. I've taken a dark path somewhere, a wrong turn. Probably near Albuquerque, because it's always near Albuquerque, as is tradition.
Need to hit a Kangtao transport. Won't be easy. Wanna
I
know
might be
can count on
waffling
it.
slightly.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
About you or the job. Kangtao's AV route will take it over Jackson Plains. Heard that should help us.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Gonna be a guy on board. Need to talk to him.
Fuck.
In return, info on your cargo, help in getting back what's yours. We got a deal.
I don't know. Shit! All right, deal. But if you want your thing done, we'll need to get my Thornton back first. So where is it?
Car's in Rocky Ridge. You're supposed to know where that is. Car's there, goods are there.
Nash, you dirt-eating bastard. I will strangle you.
Nash a chum of yours? He hang you out to dry?
Do not call him that.
Fine. Partner.
Former. If ever. The shift tricked me. Straight nipped my truck and the merch. Probably now aims to sell it off in Rocky Ridge. Is he ever going to be fucking disappointed?
Rocky Ridge. Let's go.
Hang on. I should think this through. Fuck. Yes. We'll need backup. We have one brief stop to make on the way.
Wanna tell me where?
Give me a sec. I should call the client. Convince them to leave the bastard hanging.
Going ahead with the deal behind Rogue's back. Brave, I guess. Or fucking dumber than a drum.
Boz, hey. Nash is gonna pass you the merch.
Well, you know, it's not like you're a
Thing is,
fountain
the
of
motherfucker screwed me over.
good advice and
Boz, I will take
something.
care of it. I just need you to give me a chance.
Johnny. What's the word I'm
Boss,
vaguely scrambling
come
for?
on.
I don't know. It
How
doesn't
many
exactly
times have I
set a
made things for
shining
you?
example is what I'm trying to
How
say
many
of, you know,
times have I
good
failed?
decision making, as we have seen.
You have my word. After dark? Okay. No, don't call off the meet. Just don't show up. I'll take care of everything. Do you even have to ask? Of course I will. Thanks, boss. You won't regret this. Okay. I have bought us some time.
Who the hell's Boz? Won't cause us any grief, I hope.
Boss is a stand-up guy. 6th Street.
You drive for gang goons.
Is that not allowed? Street punks need things moved. I need money like anyone else.
Gave that meathead your word and he took it?
Is that surprising? It's called having a reputation. You should try getting one of your own.
Catty.
So, where to now?
The Aldecaldo camp. I need to see some of the old clan.
Don't seem too excited.
That's not your concern. I still have friends there.
Rogue mentioned your friends. Said you guys stopped seeing eye to eye.
Well, since Rogue said so, it must be true.
It isn't?
You mean to irritate me.
Okay, then.
It was just a hiccup. They're still family.
So it's complicated.
You might say so. Yes.
Any chance they might help us? In Rocky Ridge?
That is the plan.
Good, let's roll.
Get in.
Where'd you get the ride? Straight out of some driveway in Rancho?
Yes, exactly. Is that a problem?
For me, no. Not at all. I mean, there's no accounting for taste.
Screw you.
How far's the camp?
Just past the city line. We'll jump on the 9 and head east.
How the hell did you land in this mess?
I liked the color. The air freshener and booster seat came extra.
But
You know I don't mean the car.
What am I supposed to tell you? That I'm not about to let my partner rob me and get away with it? That my fixer made me look like a goddamn fool? What about you? Why do you need that clown from the AV?
This particular clown's got intel I need. And I'm running out of time to get it.
So why didn't she tell me she knew about Nash?
Rogue, do better not to worry what her agenda might be.
God damn, I can't stand the bitch.
Rogue's queen of the afterlife. Plays her pawns as she pleases.
Did you just call me a pawn?
I got a good look at her. She rose to the top because she reads people. So what if she keeps things to herself? It's a skill in her profession.
Well, I think she's a lying, manipulative bitch. She put me together with that Raffin. Did you know that?
Wait, Nash is Raffin?
I mean, she has mentioned that
Yes.
several times
He
already.
runs with the Wraiths, the largest Raffin group in the area. You know about them, right?
Mm-hmm. Nomads tossed out of clans.
Yes, mostly. Nomads don't banish their own without a reason. So think murderers, rapists, freaks. They gather in teams, sometimes form actual gangs. Most of them are wanted and have warrants on their heads.
Shit.
And that bitch had me working with scum like that.
I mean, you could have said no, but sure.
Must have had her reasons.
You don't say. Rogue won't open her mouth without weighing the for and against. What to spill and what to withhold.
Well, I think that's all the dialogue we've had, so we can actually just press a button and get there. Whoa. A little bit of fast approach there. It's a good thing this thing apparently has got well-functioning brakes.
Would you look what the cat dragged in? Is that a ghost or is it just my hangover?
Fuck you, too.
Mm-hmm. And who's this?
My babysitter. V, this is Scorpion.
Let's see what
Mitch.
Rogue's...
2 old friends.
Oh, okay.
Well, might not have needed a babysitter if you hadn't lost the notes in the car.
Shut it.
Are you kidding? Did that beauty Thornton of yours finally fight it? She rode it to death.
How to make friends with
Night
people,
City.
V
Now
style.
it got clubbed.
Shit. Who dared?
It doesn't matter. I'll get her back. That's why I'm here.
Need your help.
With what? What's this about?
Raffin screwed Pan Am. Plan is to show him that was a bad idea.
How bad did they get you?
Bad enough to make me sit quietly through all your bullshit.
You know, we would do anything for you, sister.
But now? Now's hard.
Seriously? You won't help?
Well, the old man told us to sit tight and get those generators back up after the batteries went kaput.
Generators? You won't help because of some goddamn generators? Is this another joke?
We'll manage without him.
Shut it. Don't be a dick, Mitch. Help me.
Not this time. We're needed here.
Fuck. I don't believe this. So you'll stay put because Saul told you to. You couldn't care less about me.
What?
Pan Am.
This isn't about
Totally
Saul.
meant to do that.
It's about the clan. You know that.
Listen, we can't leave camp. No chance, but Saul never said a thing about gear.
Okay. Well, I'll need that rifle of yours. And some of my own stuff.
Take whatever you want.
And take care of yourself out there.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. I'll grab the gear, then be out of your hair.
So here we are, Aldecollo's
Looks like you're
camp.
stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Disappointed?
kind of neat.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe a little, yes.
did not mean to do that, but you know the game's a little finicky about movements sometimes, as you may have noticed.
No,
So,
I'll be going again soon. We'll talk next
are you
time.
experiencing diarrhea? I don't know. Yeah, the game's a little bit janky. Little bit.
Does Saul know?
Not your concern, friend.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Will you
that
help me with this?
is the only
What's
silenced
inside?
sniper
A few
in the
odds and
game.
ends that should be useful. Take it. All right, that's everything. Let's go.
Oh, we can't case the
Figure out your
place.
differences with Saul? Will you come back?
At least I think that's a silenced. I'm pretty sure that's a silenced sniper. Or a suppressed sniper, I should say.
Pan Am.
Well, they're
You'll
all...
stop by later, right?
Why are you... I don't even. I just don't. I don't even. They just are. So why is there
I'm off.
two different types of turbo? Oh, there aren't. It's just some
us
have the
sometime.
circly bits and
Keep an eye
others
on her,
don't.
V.
No, wait, they are two different types of wind turbine.
Put it in the
Because
trunk.
those ones are kind of... Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I just suddenly noticed there's two different types of wind turbine, which makes no difference to anything whatsoever. But, you know, that's just the state my brain has been in for the last who knows how long.
We can go. Hop in.
Full of stuff and nonsense.
Were those two in the army?
Scorpion Mitch? Yeah. Panzer boys. They're on contract during the last war.
Panzer boys. Flew those huge transporters?
Scorpion piloted. Mitch ran security. They both got some kick-ass combat implants and a stack of really fucked up nightmares.
Mitch and Scorpion seem good souls.
The best friends a girl could ask for. I'd stay in the camp too if I were in their shoes. Fuck Saul and his generators, of course. Yet the clan comes first. But I'm not part of it anymore.
Still treated you like you're one of them. They care about you.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anyone you would call close?
Haven't been so lucky.
I see.
I have to say, she does come across... I mean, she gets actually a pretty decent amount of character development, but she does come across as being like a stroppy teenager sometimes.
So
Just a little
Rocky
bit.
Ridge. Empty, dusty hole in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, I heard. Natives either moved to Night City or just got the hell out.
Then you know almost all there is to know. The whole area was waiting on a new interstate extension. It was supposed to breathe new life into the town. It didn't happen, of course.
How many ghost towns you think are there? Hundreds?
Countrywide? Thousands. I drove down I-80 the other day. All you have to do is pull over after sundown. It's quiet then. And you hear it.
What's that?
The wind whistling through boarded-up windows. Tumbleweeds scratching across dry, sandy tracks. That's how towns die. Not with a bang, but with whispers and whimpers.
Seems you got a real problem with authority.
What?
Rogue? Saul? Your leader?
Their leader.
Seemed in a hurry to Delta the hell out of there.
Let's just say Saul wouldn't have been happy to see me.
What happened?
The reason we came to California was because he promised change for the Aldecaldos. He claimed we would turn over a new leaf. But you saw it. We got a handful of tents on a heap of sand. A hell of a promised land. I wanted something different. Better. Saul's a damned coward. He'll be the end of the clan, I'm certain.
What is that? Is it... Oh, I thought it was like something on the... But no, it's just a little crimped hair doodad. I thought it had a logo on it or something, which would have been a bit odd. Anyway, here we are.
Okay, we have arrived.
If you take the nomad background, you actually start off in not this town exactly, but a town much like it. Only there's a couple of people still in it.
To look for anything that might be useful.
So there is some loot. You can run around and get some loot from this place, but yeah, I don't think I will bother.
Down Rocky Ridge. It could be any deader. Everything's down. Nothing.
Have you found
works
anything?
here. No dice. Nothing's up. All cut off.
Oh, we'll make it work. The Raffins will roll in after dusk. We will have a surprise ready for them. We just need to get some power flowing. Let's check the substation.
Okay.
Yep, that definitely sounds like a good way to get yourself electrocuted, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. That's definitely a one of those.
Found the breakers, but there's no juice on them.
Not to worry! Come down! I know how to surprise the bastards! Right. So, the intersection is powered from that transformer substation, right? The switchgear on the roof. We'll flip the switch there and everything will light up like Christmas. Understood?
Fine idea. Let's get us some power. I'll look around for access points.
Great. They're likely to show up in numbers. We can't know how many. We need to outfox them, then get to my car somehow.
Relax. Got a few ideas. I'll try to play a little game with them at the intersection.
Hell yes. Perfect.
As soon as they see the lights, they'll have to check who, why, and how. Nova.
Yep. First we start up the control terminal below. The gear on the roof is a hunk of junk without it. Come on, we'll give it a boost from the car battery. That should do the trick. Wait for me by the substation. I'll bring the car around.
Pretty sure there is a way in there. This is also another thing that I have never done stealthily, so I might try doing that. Just realised that I should make sure my guns are fully, you know. So we can't break in there, but I'm pretty sure we can just, like, blast the window. Oh, no, wait, what's that? Oh, melee. There we go. Military set on the screen. That's not a very convincing melee. Okay. We're quicker just to blast the glass, I think. Fine, we'll just fire willy-nilly into the room full of delicate switching equipment. That seems like a sensible thing to do. Right. We actually open it from this side now.
The panel looks to be in good shape. I'll make a bypass circuit to the power supply. That should do it. We'll just have to get it up and running. Grab the jumper cables from the trunk. We'll boost it from the car battery.
Red cable connected.
Give me a moment. I need to hook everything up here.
Now, of course, as we all know, the way to make sure it's properly fully connected is to lick it with your tongue.
There she goes. Thought the old jalopy served us well. Okay, I've got voltage. Start the terminal inside. And once the power is on in the building, get on that roof.
Okay.
You got it.
I'll set up on the tower. We'll have the whole...
That has made me think of that fairly recent story where...
when I give you the signal to do so, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
There was, I can't even remember, it was like a youngish girl that asked Alexa for a fun challenge or something like that. And apparently there was this utterly insane thing on, I think it was TikTok, of people putting a penny on like a partially pulled out plug, so they were putting a penny between the pins and making a short, and which is just insane. And Alexa was like, yeah, little girl, why don't you do that? And yeah, obviously not recommended. So yeah, that was fun. Alexa tried to kill a little girl, that's a thing. Oh, there's actually a message here. Somebody's basically saying, you know, somebody might come along and just like restart the thing, and then their manager's just like, yeah, whatever, don't care.
Switchgear's got power.
Prime. We'll have some fun at the intersection. Let's get into position.
No, I want to go through the window. There we go. Right, is there any more? Actually, there was a few more bits in the car that we could, like ammo. Rifle ammo, shotgun ammo. I'm pretty sure probably full up on most of those anyway, but yeah, let's also drop a quick save. And hey look, someone's also thoughtfully put the thing there.
Now we wait.
Remember, as soon as we see them, you give us power.
Got it. Cover me just in case.
Of course.
Now, there's not actually going to be that many of them, so basically just blasting them
really hard
is
to miss.
Let's take them
by
by surprise.
far the easiest way to do
quietly.
things.
If anything happens, I'll start picking them off. Sound good?
But we'll try and be sneaky. Let's try and be sneaky. Which is mostly it's going to involve me doing takedowns. So I don't feel like I'm hiding that well here, but
get good and ready. The show starts now.
Let there be light.
Right, we're going to want that just in case, but yeah.
Grab the car shot. The driver has it. Look for the girl with the mohawk.
Ooh.
A bunch.
I suppose I might need to vault over the back here, actually. Right. Somehow, I mean, they're all alert, because obviously something's going down. We'll try and get the mass vulnerability. I can't even words. Vulnerability. There we go. Too many syllables for this time of night, apparently. Right, E9, 1C. Oh, I might not get it actually. Oh no, well, there we go. There's an E9. Yay! I am a super elite hacksaw genius. Let's tag as many as we can.
Worth a try.
So somehow we have to, having lit the place up like a Christmas tree, somehow we have to then sneak across where they can't see us. I mean, yes, it's caused a distraction, but it's also kind of done for our cover a little bit. Ooh. talking of distractions.
Huh?
You go look at that thing over
This
there.
time.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Right, where can we hide you that's convenient? Nope, 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 can't see me. You can't see me. That was so close. Oh yeah, there's a dude on the roof. Didn't even see there was a dude on the roof. Right, I was going to try and hide the body, but let's just dump it there. It can't be seen, hopefully. Oh, also, it didn't automatically take... I thought it would automatically take the things off, but never mind. Nope, I thought they were looking the other way. Do we have... Now it's making that guy have a look. I can blow up the petrol station. That's stealthy, right? Oh, didn't actually even hurt the guy. Or, well, not petrol station, the tomb station. Yeah, it got him out the way. Oh, mouse. Yeah, I don't know why my mouse occasionally just, like, sticks a bit. And to be fair, it's a couple of years old and I have used it a fair bit, so I think it might just be a bit worn. Like, the mouse wheel doesn't scroll quite smoothly anymore either. Right. See, this is novel. This is me doing something I have not tried to do before and actually be a bit sneaky. Oh, can't. There's probably some key or something around somewhere that lets me. Open some of these doors. Also, I'm getting slightly distracted. Shh, it's fine. Is there anything in here I can? Oh, there was it. Wait, that's how? That's a closed window, technically. I mean, it's got the little gaps, but yeah. Can I lure somebody in here? Oh, that's locked, so I'm not going to accidentally open it. This thing is like this location is just full of objects you can use to distract people with, which I suppose is meant to be the intent. Oh wait, did you just what?
We have to pick all of
No! Okay, that's BS. You just wall hacked. I'm sorry, but if the enemies are going to wall hack, seriously? I specifically locked it, and the game was just like, nah, we're just gonna let you wall hack. We're just gonna let the enemies wall hack, that's fine. Oh, that's such BS. That's such BS. Also, that car's supposed to have a dead battery, so... Yeah, I don't know how its lights are on, but anyway. I'll have a gun out just in case.
I'm on it. Come on, Pete.
One there. Considering I've not really built a stealth character, I do seem to be doing, or trying to be doing a fair bit of stealthy, you know. But I guess that is the slightly more interesting gameplay.
You're seriously making me look for you? Come on.
That's the one we took out originally over there. Do a quick save here just to avoid any more ridiculous BS.
I'll make sure you get off easy.
We can actually get up and take the one out on the roof. Also, that's a hell of an advert. Well, you just stop standing there, get distracted.
You're seriously making me look for you? Come on.
Oh, yeah, I thought I could get to him. I couldn't get to him. Oh well. But that was my own fault rather than the game, yeah, so we're just, okay. Failed stealth, oh, that's begun. Never mind, failed stealth is failed.
No, please!
Meanwhile, Panam's being all sniper pew-pew. Have some grenades. Have more grenades. I have so many grenades. So is that heavy machine gun? Yes! Sadly, you can't get this as a viable weapon, or like you can get to pick them up or find them occasionally. There's possibly mods that let you get them. Basically, the ammo that you get is all the ammo that you get, kind of thing.
Come on, move it!
It's also not particularly accurate, but desperately want to run out over the open considering how much damage I take even just doing little peeks.
That might have been the cherry on top.
There we go.
Let's pack it in.
Right, we should just be able to flop that on the ground. There we go. Right, so that was stealth. That was stealth. Yeah. Yeah. Very, very stealthy. So much stealth. So that one, that car seems a bit on the verge of... let's not look at that too hard or it might explode at us. And then Panam's gonna come along and be like, "Oi! That's my car."
Move. I'll take the wheel.
There. Wait another minute, could ya?
To be fair, this one probably does smell a lot less of old fast food than the other one did.
And? She's prime wheels, isn't she?
Yeah, it's a car. It's definitely a car.
Attachment, I get, but a car's a car.
You don't know squat. I shouldn't even have asked.
There's actually the
Managed just fine without Mitch and Scorpion.
the special side mission you get if you're a nomad.
Listen, V, it's not over yet.
It's not.
Actually involves your own
You got the
car.
cargo, you got your car.
I did not.
Although
get
it's
Ness, who was not in
considerably
Rocky Ridge.
smaller and less nice than this
Fucker
one.
didn't show.
Pan Am.
Listen, I have a plan.
And I don't care. The car and the merch, that's what we were after. We got them. 6th Street
Just
awaits word
listen
and
to me, for fuck's sake. I know where their little hidey hole is. We'll take the old unfinished freeway nearby. They will not be expecting us. I'm sure of it.
It wasn't part of the deal. Let's do the 6th Street.
Let's do the deal with 6th Street first. We can talk about Nash later.
Later? When? After he hears all about the show at Rocky Ridge? If we go now, we can still take him by surprise.
You really want to raid the Raffin's den now. Holding the merch you literally just got back.
The cargo will be fine. V, I have to do this. Do you understand?
Fine. But
All
only
right.
because I
So where's
like
the sign
you.
out? A hop and skip away.
Only because you're the best girl, Panam. I mean, wait,
Nash
what?
did.
Did I say that out loud? Like, again?
I placed my trust in him. He was the first person I worked with ever.
Oh, okay. What? What is happening? Okay. This is a Bethesda level bug.
Had someone betray me just like that once. Never got
Panam?
the chance. Someone else got to him
Did
first.
she just, like, glitch out of the back of the car? Okay.
No doubt. Not skipping a beat.
This is new. This is very new. I've not had this happen before. Hopefully she, like, warps towards us. Right, well, I'm actually going to... I don't know, can I save it right there? Maybe? No, okay. Okay, this is going to be quite a long episode then. I was thinking we would save before we get to this point, but yeah, we're just going to rush into this fight. But it's a relatively short fight. At least it would be if there was two of us. This is surreal. I've never had this happen before in game. I didn't even know this could happen. Right, so, hello! I have grenades! I have a grenade delivery! Many grenades! Thank you! Also, I should probably, you know, health and, yeah, no! Ghost Panam is not here. So... Ooh! Get them out of cover. Oh, that's a sniper. My car will probably be fine, and now they're all basically shooting at it. But I might want the sniper for that, actually. That's a bit far for it. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I think I got caught in the wash of that grenade. Normally Panam is here helping you and not, you know, being a ghost. But the reload might fix it. No, the reload did not fix it. Okay. Well, okay. This is special.
No one to save you now!
Right. Let's try again. Let's see if we can... Oh, can't quick save. Right. It's fine. It's fine. Some of them take a fair amount of killing.
Finally, some action!
Oop. There we go. Headshot. Right, let's get the oh, the doobery-doo, the Necomata, the one that can actually fire through walls.
Like a little fish!
Oh, we need to charge it, don't we? Oh, I forgot how jittery this is, and also that didn't appear to do any damage. Run, 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 run. No! Damn it. This really is easier when this, you know, 2 people game. 2, not 1, 2. Oh, hey, Ghost Panam. How you doing? Such a bizarre bug.
You're next in line!
Right, well, seeing as how you're not here, Panam, I'm gonna take cover behind your car, because screw you. And also, yeah, let's go for that one. Let's go for the grad. The shit hitting power. It's the best gun I've got by miles. Does actually mean I have to wait for them to pop their heads up, but there we go. That's far more effective. Woo! Right, snipery dude. Oh, no, 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 no! It's not fair. It's not fair. Oh, for goodness sake, this is turning into a far more involved episode than I thought. And also, this is not the ending of the episode I thought I would be having, but... God damn it. At least you're getting your value for money in terms of watch time, I guess, on this episode. Anyway, just spare a thought for the poor internet pigeons that will have to upload all of this. Right. Let's get the Necromata and the Grad on the go. And then... Is the Lizzie better at shooting through walls, maybe? Oh, we're already stuck with the grenades. Ah! No! God damn it! It's fine! It's fine! It's fine, I'm not mad at all. Oh, we can't do it while I'm in the car even. Have to wait till I'm out of the car. Okay. It would be nice if the game gave you an opportunity, because I genuinely thought you had a moment to, like, take a pause, but I suppose the moment was before you get in the car at the other end. Right. No. Jump, 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 jump. If her car gets blown up, but it's her own damn fault for not being here. Seriously. Oh, that was a miss. One. Peekaboo. Ah. I mean, I did just shoot like a 50 cal through your neck. It's kind of remarkable that you're still alive.
This ain't a fair fight!
Right, where's the snipery guy? Can we do a quick save? No, can't quick save.
Don't throw this out!
Right, got the snipery guy. He was annoying. It's the grenades that are really doing the damage though. Oh god! Ah, there's people! There's more people! Why are there more people? I'm slowly losing my mind. Right, I think I'm going to make the executive decision based on the fact that this is turning into quite a long recording and it's getting late. I'm going to attempt to... It's not the best in terms of pacing, but we will attempt to do this at the start of next episode. I'm going to call it here. So hopefully you've enjoyed this anyway, bugs notwithstanding. Yeah, let's hope with a fresher mind I'm able to be slightly more effective next time. Anyway, that's it for now. If you have enjoyed it, you can do all the usual things down underneath the video, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.